Miss Universe podcast.
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
Miss Universe podcast.
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
Miss Universe podcast.
Hello and welcome to Emma's podcast. Yes, it is Friday. Yippee-ki-yay. Just took a break, a little walk in nature with the pop-ups. It's a little nicer than it was this morning. This morning was around, 8, 9 degrees. I don't even know what it is this afternoon at all. I have no idea. I see the time, but I don't see... 13 Fahrenheit. Okay. It's nice. Let's put it this way. Not t-shirt yet. Let's wait about 10 more degrees at 23 degrees and we can do the t-shirt. But it is very nice right now. So, and no breeze, nothing, which was better than this morning where you could have barely made it with... I was recording my Insta and my, TikTok. And my fingers... especially the pinkies, I had to froze, literally. Not even 2 minutes done talking and doing the recording. So, neither to say that I kind of shortened the recording on this one. But yes, it is Friday, so good conversation for the week, talking about efficiency and seeing how things are unfolding, looking at the ROI because, return on investment, people are expecting that, but understanding that cities, counties, and states, some of the ROI do not exist, especially when you're maintaining infrastructures. So just a little, talk on that because people don't realize that taxes are happening on our properties, on our cars, on a yearly basis. But when you're talking about infrastructures, then it's a pitfall on money. That's what it is. So, okay, I had to stop the recording for a minute and taking care of one of my girl, actually. The joy of having pop-pops. Yes, this is what you do. You take care of them. So, but let's talk about the overall efficiency and moving forward in our lives and being able to really define what we like and we don't like. Setting up the boundaries, looking at how we can improve where we are to where we want to be, and set the right intentions. I think one of the hardest parts is setting the right intentions. What is the motivation behind what you are looking to have? Is it something to, I would say, show off? Or is it coming from a good place, or is it coming from a place of resentment, or because you feel like you're in competition with somebody else's? Like I was said, your biggest competitor is your own self, nobody else's. Your destiny is yours. You can have parallel path with people, but at the end of the day, your trajectory is your own. We all have a different trajectories. We might, for a while, be able to walk the path with somebody in a parallel situation, but at the end of the day, their result is not the same than ours. We are the only one to be in our own shoes. Not everyone sees what we see at all. So that's the understanding about the life in general. Now, when you're talking about business, anyone can run a business, actually. Everyone capable to take a leap of faith. It is interesting that people assume that, well, if your parents are entrepreneurs, then you're automatically becoming a great entrepreneur, which could be true or not. But it's not because your parents are not entrepreneurs and you're not one of them either. So taking that leap of faith and really moving yourself into a level where you can defy all of your boundaries or surpass your expectations and really surprise yourself on what you're capable to do. So this is the kind of things that you should be thinking about. Now, if you're looking at having that beautiful little place where you can be cocooned and spend the rest of your life feeling safe, or what the illusion of safety is, it's up to you to do that as well. It's like learning. You can continue to learn the rest of your life, or you can stop learning whenever you feel like it too. That's why we get our own free wills here. Nothing is ever set in stone. We can always create the variation of our own life. Even a trajectory we can take, and that can bring a lot of chaos, can be modified. It takes time to do it, but it's feasible. Everything is feasible. The impossible is possible. That's what you get to remind yourself. No challenges, even the most dire one, are impossible to overcome. And I have seen it, I have witnessed it, I did not believe that, and I saw it happen. So we can turn ourselves around in a positive way and continue to move forward into a life of beauty, into a life of having it all, if we really desire to have it. Now, the intention to have it is what makes a difference. When I was looking, and when I went, it's only looking, but when I was looking at a management company for a very small business company, and looking at what everybody's intentions were at the management level, no one were in the same level, at the same level at all. They all had their own intentions. And it wasn't for the highest good of the company, it was for themselves. They wanted the power. They were greedy about the power. The only thing they wanted was that power. It was unbelievable to see how dysfunctional that company run and never evolved, because they got acquired by another company at the end of the day because they could not survive. And that's too bad, because that company could have done much, much more. But because of the infighting, because of the wrong people at the wrong space, and the wrong spot, it never went anywhere. True leadership is something that, it's always nice when you have good leadership, but it's the good, the bad, and the ugly as well. And as a leader, you have to understand that some decision you're going to make people unhappy. Some people want the power, the title, and they're not able to actually do the job, do the work. If they were able to do the work, that would not be a problem, but they don't. So that to me is something, it's so interesting, especially when you're looking at the life we're living in. So providing that if you're open enough to learn leadership, if you're open enough to understand the motivation behind your actions, that will make a huge difference in which direction you're going in your life, and even making business decisions. Sometimes some are easy. Sometimes you have to sit on it a little longer, actually, to see the light and have the answers that you need. Even if you have the instincts or wanted to do something that you might be holding on to before you make a move. So sitting on information that are coming to you, or are going to be coming to you, it's sitting and standing still. Stand still. Just wait. Because you always get the answers of your questions if you're patient enough. That is something that we all have to learn. Learn to ground ourselves, learn to be patient, but think about where you are in your life. Think about what interests you in your life. And, start something on the side. Like I always said, you don't have to quit your job. You can start a hobby on the side and see how it goes. You can test the water. The passion that comes with it is so much more fun too. It just brings you alive, and you will take life in a different space, at a different level when you do that, because you really live your dreams to the fullest. So I like the fact that we're able, in the life we're living in, to become the chameleon in our lives, but reinventing ourselves. We shade our skin. at all time. We're changing, we're evolving, we're growing. We can maybe be a little foolish at time. We maybe go backwards at time. Maybe we go sideways at time. But there is always something we can learn. Learn who you are. And there is a lot of layers of us. Oh my goodness gracious. What I know now, if I knew when I was younger what I would know now, I would amaze myself. Because when you're younger, when you're in your teens and you think you know everything, you think you're like, okay, I arrived. My ego is there. I'm 1 feet in my childhood, 1 feet in adulthood. I think I know everything. I think everything is black or white. I don't see the shade of grays. And you go through life, through challenges, through life lessons, through the good, the bad, and the ugly. You come out of it, and you just take the time to reflect on how far you've been. That to me is the most amazing things. Realizing the wisdom comes with age, heck yes. And a lot of people, younger people, think they have that wisdom. No, you don't. You have some wisdom of what you think you have as wisdom, but what really can make a difference is the actions and the life you're going through in your journey. Not everything is roses and bonbons. Not everything is champagne and caviar. But at the end of the day, learning who we are and continue to discover those hidden skills is amazing. Totally amazing. I would have never done what I've done. I think half of it I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puff at some level, I would say it. But it is so interesting to really see the evolution and the path, the road taken, in being able to recognize all of it. Not dwelling on the past, because for me the past is the past, but learning the life lessons. And when I shut the door somewhere, I don't reopen it. Some people will reopen the doors for others to come back. But I learned way a long time ago, you close the door, you close the door. You take the trash out, you don't bring it back in. And that helps when you need to continue to move on in your life and go to the next level. Again, take that image of you got a house and you got garbage, you got a lot of things in that house, and you have a brand new home. Everything is brand new. Do you take your garbage and move it back in? Or would you sort everything and only bring what you need, the essential? The rest goes into the dumpsters or give it away or sell or whatever you're doing it. I don't bring garbage back. Garbage is out, the garbage is out. And those are the great time when you learn your life lessons. Being assertive and standing your ground is, I think, something most people don't understand. I have witnessed people saying when they had no access to me, "You're mean, you change, you're not the person I thought I would be." And I'm like, yes, I am the person I am. I always been, except I set my boundaries. That's the difference. Set your boundaries. Discuss what you like and what you don't like. Stand up for yourself. No one else will do it. Do not be codependent on others, because when you become codependent on others, then you're giving your powers away. And that is a big issue as well. So you have to, realize we come here alone and we leave alone. Nobody is following us. That's the part of our lives. Use your skill set. Continue to develop and be curious about everything and anything in life. Become a source of knowledge with the internet, with everything we have access to. This should not be a problem. But embrace every single side of who you truly are. You are going to be amazed to discover that, after all, you're the master of your own destiny. You are the master painters. Nobody else is doing it better than you do. And it is time for you to step up to the plate, to name it and claim it. Because dreaming about it is absolutely phenomenal, but you have to name it. And some people do. But for most, you have to claim it. If you do not claim it, you're not having it. You don't want to live your life with unfulfilled dreams and be bitter and angry because you have missed so much in your life. That's not what it's all about here. It's about living our life to the fullest, discover who we truly are, and living our life the best that we can. So, this was our podcast for today. I know it's a little bit shorter, what can I say, but get inspired. I'm going to be honest with you, get freaking inspired because nobody else's will inspire you except your own self. Find that spark. I even go back to listen to Incubus and others that I really like and get inspired by some of the music. So do the same, be inspired, and you will be surprised that the life of 1,000 is a life of transformation, and we are the master of our own destiny. Nobody else does it for us. None. Unless you decide to give your powers away, which I would not recommend, because you never have your happy ending at the end of the way. You're at the mercy of somebody else's. Don't be at the mercy of anyone. Build your life, move along, and be the best you can be. All my love, guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye now.
Where do we go from here?
Emma's Universe Podcast.
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
Emma's Universe Podcast. Universe Podcast.
Studio Stark.